Hey everyone, we are climate warriors and today we are excited to present our project ClimateGuard. Right now, somewhere in world, a community is being devastated by a climate disaster they could have seen coming, a flood washing away homes, a drought destroying crops, a heat wave overwhelming hospital. What if we could prevent this? The problem. Today's climate tools are fragmented, reactive, and require expertise to understand. Farmer can't access drought predictions. City planner can't see flood risk in advance. Individuals have no idea how to adapt the climate crisis that's already here. The solution: Meet Climate Guard, one of the best AI powered climate intelligence platform that does not just warn you about climate disaster, it helps you to prevent them. What makes us different? Basically, first, we are real. Every data point you will see comes from the live APIs that are World Bank Economic Indicator, Open Meto weather data from 50 plus global cities, real time browser geolocation, actual machine learning prediction running in your browser using TensorFlow.js. Second, we are intelligent that this is not just a data visualization. We use this AI powered natural language processing with GOX LLM machine learning model predicting climate risk 48 hours in advance, voice recognition for accessibility, personalized adaptation plan based on your unique situation. Enough talk. Let me hand this over to Rushiraj and Jagdev, who will take you through every single feature of this platform. And trust me, there are a lot of them.
Let's deep dive into the various features of ClimateGuard, a real-time climate risk intelligence, which is based on 24/7 AI monitoring, starting with a global visualization on global map, different color gradient for the different cities, having the dark gradient for the high risk and low gradient for the low risk. Here, you can check for the city Dhaka in Bangladesh. The temperature is at 28 degrees Celsius and other conditions having drought conditions, humidity, etc. You can check same for the other countries on global map too. Here we giving the New York City real-time climate risk indicator, checking for the drought risk at 40% probability, having the low precipitation and high temperature. Potential impacts are water scarcity, agriculture stress, having confidence of 80%. Here we are predicting climate risk forecast for next 10 days for New York City through the machine learning models. Coming to the second feature of the climate risk management system, which is a My Plan. Here we creating a personalized adaptation plan for the particular locations through asking the questions on property, household, budget, concerns, and current actions you want to do. Through this, our ML model generates a adaptive plan. Let me put the sample data for the New York City. Our AI is now analyze the local climate risks for New York City, cross-referring with the World Bank economic data, calculating cost-effective solutions, and generating the personalized 90 days adaptation roadmap. Here we have created personalized climate adaptation plan on the basis of previously asked questions. Our plan gave total 8 actions to be done. As we completed the actions, the matrices of water save, energy save, CO2 reduce, and money save get auto updated. These are the actions which are created and divided into 3 parts based on the priority: urgent, important, and long term. Here we can regenerate or create a new plan also. Now we get into the seriously advanced AI territory, our disaster predictor. Here we predict 48 hours disaster forecast. Here we can see the overall risk is low and no imminent threats at New York City. Our model predicts the windstorm probability on having 60% and the confidence having the 70%. You can see here are some actions which is necessary during the disaster.
Okay, let's now talk about staying safe in real time. Let's move to the alerts section. Here you can see real-time climate alerts coming in live: heat waves, floods, storms, and air quality warnings. I can filter these by severity, alert type, or even by region. Each alert has a timestamp and a confidence indicator, so the user immediately knows what's urgent. We also support audio notifications. So next we have our AI voice assistant. I can just type Meg and ask natural questions like what's the heat wave risk tomorrow, or AI assistant Grok's LLM, fast LLM, it uses it and understand context and respond instantly. It doesn't just answer, it gives actionable suggestions. Like here, for our question was New York City risks, and it just shows us that the risks were sea level rise and coastal flooding. And suggestions were flood resilient infrastructure and implementing strategy to protect against coastal erosion. So, so here in the location tab, the platform uses the browser geolocation to give hyper local climate intelligence. You immediately see the real time weather conditions around you, temperature, humidity, precipitation, wind. It also shows localized risk levels like flood risk, heat wave intensity, or drought probability. The system that then generates personalized safety recommendations based purely on where you are standing. So instead of generic updates, user get guidance tailored to their immediate surroundings. So in the next tab we have our economic section. This pulls live data from the World Bank. So you can explore any country's GDP, population growth rate, and climate vulnerability index. We also break it down by sectors, agriculture, industries, services. Understand how climate risk impacts each area. This is especially useful for planners, researchers, and policymakers who want climate intelligence with an economic perspective. So here business owners can generate some business reports just to see how it can impact, how all the climate risks can impact their business before taking any decisions. And we have some recommendations like short term, long term, and for investment recommendations that the business owner can take into consideration. And the next tab is investment tab. So we can see all the investment that the country has done here. So for the business owners or research policy makers, they can just take into consideration these things before making any big decision in their business. So these are all some continent wise region analysis. So our next tab is the actions tab. This is where ClimateGuard becomes truly practical. The AI generates specific steps that users can take, whether it's preparing for emergency, protecting their property, staying safe during heat waves, or engaging with their community. Each action card includes the cost, the expected impact, and how long it takes to execute. Users can open any action to see detailed instructions and even add it directly to their personal climate plan. The goal here is simple. We don't just inform users, we empower them to act. So here also we are seeing the same thing. So these are all the features of our ClimateGuard. So from here onward, I will give it to my friend Usman. Thank you.
Thank you for the introduction, Rushiraj. Let's continue with our project. What you just saw isn't a concept, it's not a prototype, it's real and it's working right now. So let me show you what that means. Picture this, a farmer in India opens ClimateGuard, sees a drought alert, and gets clear steps to protect his crops. A city planner in Miami sees the flood risk rising and uses our data to secure funding for life-saving infrastructure. A mother in Phoenix gets a critical heat warning and keeps her family safe. This isn't a weather app. In fact, weather apps are basically useless for climate action. They will tell you if it will rain. ClimateGuard tell you how to survive that drought coming next month. They show temperatures. We show how the heat will impact your economy and what you can do about it. Weather apps are passive. ClimateGuard is active intelligence. And we build this with real enterprise grade tech like Next.js 14, TypeScript, TensorFlow.js, global APIs, and many more, with full accessibility optimized for millions of users. Here's the truth. We don't need more fear. We need empowerment. We don't need more data. We need action. And ClimateGuard brings that action to anyone with a phone. Early warnings, predictive analysis, economic insight, personalized resilience plans, and many more. And we build this in just 1 month. The climate crisis won't wait. And with ClimateGuard, neither do we. We are climate warriors, the warriors of a new era. And together, we will protect the future.